Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our MISAD Bulletin, and we shall start with our headlines. Taliban attack in North Afghanistan kills 30 troops. Turkey increases tariffs on some U.S. goods. And moving on to our details, starting with Kabul. A Taliban assault on two adjacent checkpoints in northern Afghanistan killed at least 30 soldiers and police. Head of the provincial council in the northern Baghlan province said on Wednesday the insurgents set fire to the checkpoints after the attack late Tuesday in the Baghlan district. Meanwhile, the governor of Baghlan said at least 9 security forces are still missing and 4 others were wounded in the attack. He also said reinforcements have been dispatched to help recapture the checkpoints. Meanwhile, life gradually returned to normal in parts of the eastern city of Ghazni after a massive insurgent attack last week. In Sudan, at least 22 primary school children drowned on Wednesday when a boat carrying more than 40 people sank while crossing the Nile in northern the country. State news agency SONA reported that civil defense forces were searching the waters for the bodies of the missing children, in addition to a female hospital employee. Moreover, the agency said the boat's engine failed in a high current while it was crossed the river to a school in Kabna, a small village in northern Sudan. On the other side of the world, Italian emergency workers pulled 2 more bodies out of tons of broken concrete and twisted steel on Wednesday after a highway bridge collapsed in Genoa, raising the death toll in the disaster to at least 39 people. The collapse of Morandi Bridge sent dozens of cars and 3 trucks plunging as much as 45 meters to the ground on Tuesday due to a violent storm. The civil protection chief confirmed on Wednesday that 39 people had died and 15 were injured, while the interior minister said 3 children were among the dead. Meanwhile, 2 Greek soldiers freed after months in a Turkish prison returned to their home country by government jet early Wednesday after their unexpected release eased tensions between the neighbors. Greek defense minister said he phoned his Turkish counterpart to express his satisfaction with the soldiers' release and invite him to visit Greece. The soldiers were met by the defense minister, the army chief of staff, and an honor guard after their arrival before dawn at the airport in the northern city of Thessaloniki. From another aspect, the men were arrested on the 1st of March for allegedly entering Turkey after crossing the heavily militarized land border. On the other side of the world, a bus apparently lost its brakes, then hit another vehicle at high speed and rolled over 4 times, killing at least 24 people and injuring 22, while smashing into several houses along a highway near Ecuador's capital early Wednesday. The Colombian registered bus was traveling to Quito when it hit a smaller vehicle in an area known as Dead Man's Curve at about 3 a.m., according to what Ecuadorian authorities said. The head of Ecuador's transit police said the majority of the passengers aboard were Colombians, but some Venezuelans were also among the dead. 3 people including 2 minors traveling in the smaller vehicle also died. And going to our economic news, Turkey said on Wednesday it is increasing tariffs on imports of certain U.S. products, including rice, cars, alcohol, and coal, escalating a feud with the United States that has helped trigger a currency crisis. The Turkish government said tariffs on American cars will be doubled to 120%, while those on alcoholic drinks will be hiked by the same rate to 140%. Overall, the duties will amount to $533 million. From another perspective, the Vice President said that the tariffs on certain products were increased within the framework of the principle of reciprocity in retaliation for the deliberate economic attacks by the United States. In relation to the context, Turkey's feud with the United States had triggered a currency crisis as the Turkish lira has dropped to record lows in recent weeks, having fallen some 42% so far this year. It recovered a bit by 4% to around 6.12 lira per dollar on Wednesday, after the government took steps to shore up the currency by reducing the daily limit in bank foreign currency swap transactions. Meanwhile, the presidential spokesman claimed on Wednesday that a series of measures aimed at shoring up the Turkish currency were taking effect and that he expected the lira to strengthen further. And finally, stock markets turned lower on Wednesday amid concerns about economic growth and continued tensions over Turkey, which announced it was increasing tariffs on imports of some products. Germany's DAX fell 1.1% to 12,220, and in France the CAC 40 dropped 1.2% to 5,339. Britain's FTSE 100 was down 1.1% at 7,525. The futures contracts for the S&P 500 index and the Dow Jones Industrial Average were both down 0.6%. In Asia, Japan's Nikkei 225 index fell 0.7% to 22,204.22, and the Shanghai Composite Index sank 2.1% to 2,723.26. And before ending our news, let's take another look at the most important headlines for today. Taliban attack in North Afghanistan kills 30 troops. Turkey increases tariffs on some U.S. goods. And we reach the end of our News Bulletin for today. Thank you for watching.